Right, the success of the UK Independence Party appears to have sent a few ripples through Westminster, with some prominent Conservative MPs calling on David Cameron to bring forward the EU referendum to try to tempt back voters.
One family in Lincolnshire has personified UKIP's success with a hat-trick in the local elections.
Councillor Sue Ransome and her two daughters have won seats in Boston for the first time. Sue's here now with her husband Don, who also ran in the election, but Don, you came second.
Pipped by 100 votes.
Wouldn't like to say a disappointment to the family,
Yes.
but you're incredible, to have such a political family. I bet conversations around the dinner table in your house are quite interesting.
Can be at times, indeed.
Where's it come from, this?
I think when my wife and I got married, we said there would be no politics. No, and then it was a sort of a road to Damascus moment. Somebody gave me a UKIP leaflet back in '99, and I realised this was the party I'd been looking for, and I started, and they all gradually came on board.
You were all sort of willing recruits, I take it, Sue?
Oh yes, very much so.
And Sue, you actually have been elected, and two of your daughters. And I read that you said immediately afterwards you were shocked. I mean, is it sinking in now?
Just sinking in now, yeah. There's a lot of hard work to be done, but yeah, I think having come second, third, fourth, it's been very, very annoying at times. You really think this is my one chance and you don't get on, and then all of a sudden, Thursday night, I walked in there and, my God, look at my votes, shock.
There's been a lot of analysis over the past 24 hours about what happened and the rise in the UKIP vote. Do you accept that there's an element of protest involved there, or would you refute that?
I don't think so. I think people are voting for something different. They want change. This is what they've done. They've voted with their feet. I think I don't think it's protest.
On the doorstep, what we're finding is people have just said, we've had enough.
I mean, you say that you've come second, third, fourth in the past. So why do you think that you won it this time? You say it wasn't a protest, but why do you think you got in then?
I think people had begun to realise that voting for UKIP was an alternative. It wasn't mainstream parties all the time. We also had a visit from Nigel Farage just a few weeks before, which was absolutely fantastic. I've never known anything like it. People just kept turning up saying, please can we come in, please can you squeeze another one in, emails, phone calls, all sorts. So he has had a big effect in that area.
The problem that of course UKIP has, as any party that wins in a kind of mid-term local election during the sitting of a parliament, is how you then transfer that into MPs in Westminster when we get to a general election.
That's right. We see this as our springboard. The electorate have given us the chance at county level to show what we can do, and it's our determination to prove we are better than the other councillors, and that this will lead on, again, as in all parties, to success in Westminster. And
will a member of the family be heading to Westminster at any point, do you think? There's got to be a chance, I suppose.
Possibly later for the girls, but I think not for me.
In terms of the party's policies, though, how much do you think the public really does understand the policies?
I think they obviously, the two main things they tend to think about is immigration, which of course is a burning issue for everybody.
It's a big issue where you are as well, around Boston.
Yes, in Lincolnshire, yes, indeed, and it's reflected in the results, which has made us the second largest party on Lincolnshire County Council. So there's going to have to be some horse trading going on, although we may not be part of it, but certainly it proves a problem for the ruling Conservative organisation there.
And the European issue.
And of course the European issue, as you say. David Cameron has been cast iron guarantees in the past. Sadly he hasn't come through with them, and now we see his own MP saying, bring it forward, let's get on with it. But of course he doesn't, because he doesn't think he can win it.
Part of the issue when you get to a general election, though, is whether, and it comes down to personalities, whether the leader of any given party can be seen, the electorate can see them as the Prime Minister running the country. Now, yes, as you've said, Nigel Farage clearly you feel made a positive impact when he came to Boston. But do you see, can we really take him as a credible Prime Minister?
He said himself the other day he didn't want to be Prime Minister, but we're having the effect on the government of making them bend to what we want and what the public desperately want, which is an in-out referendum.
OK, Don and Sue, thank you both very much for coming in. And Sue, well, we wish you luck. No doubt you'll be very busy.
And the girls are working, aren't they?
They are, yes, unfortunately.
Great to meet you. Thank you very much. Lovely to see you. Thanks.
Thank you.
Time now to take a look through this morning's papers. And